What up, y'all? This your boy. You know what I'm saying? Ty.hd. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing. Hey, don't worry about the background. You know what I'm saying? I know I gotta clean that up, but don't worry about all that. But anyway, we worried about the story. All right, we ain't worried about the background. But anyway, this is story time. I'm doing something different. You know, my page always got something different, but I be busy, lazy, and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I'm doing something different. Story time. This is about the trip to Japan. You know what I'm saying? I went to Japan, uh, but I got scammed also. I wouldn't say it's like scammed, but I say like when you get thirsty, you know what I'm saying, you do stupid stuff. That's all I say. But we gonna get it. We gonna get into all of that. But anyway, so all right, what led up to me going to Japan? I always loved the Japanese culture. You know what I'm saying? The anime, the cars, the girls. You know what I'm saying? The women. We ain't talking about all that. But anyway, yeah. So I mean, I had a lot of like family issues and relationship problems, stuff like that, and I was kind of uh scared to share things like that, but I don't care no more because I take care of myself, and I've been doing it on my own. I never had like help or none of that, so. And I guarantee somebody gonna say that they was there, but they wasn't. Like guaranteed 100%. I put $100 on that. But anyway, uh, that's another story sometime. Yeah. So I was dating this girl for about 6 years, and we broke up after 6 years. We was engaged too, and she got excited when we got engaged, and all her friends was telling me like, "Why didn't you marry her? I mean, why didn't you propose to her a long time ago? Because she was waiting on that." And I was like, from the things she used to say, it didn't seem like it that she wanted to be with me because there was like a whole story. But I ain't gonna get into that story. But yeah, after 6 years, we broke up. I got really hurt. I kind of said things that I shouldn't have said, but it is what it is now. And I was really depressed over that breakup, and I don't know. So I ended up moving into like a bad neighborhood because the rent was cheap, but it was a financial gain for me. It helped me save a lot. My car been broken into about 5 times. Yeah, I got two cars. One of them did. Oh, the other one did too. Uh, Dang. And then when I got back in my car, I just felt dirty because I'm like some another man been in my car without my permission. But anyway, so yeah, it was midnight one time. I was just sitting at home like bored, and I went to the strip club. Yeah, I went to the strip club at midnight. But it was like dead. It was like really dead in there, and I was like, man, it's lame. I was like, I'm gonna give it like 5 more minutes. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't really no girls. And I was asking one of the girls. I was like, where are all the girls at? And they was like, oh, they on break and stuff like that. And I'm like, dang, okay, but they didn't come. So I, I'm like, I'm gonna give it about 5 more minutes to see if it just pop off. And even though what I'm saying, I don't go to the strip club no more. That's when that's when you're a little dude. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I just went home and I was just like thinking and thinking and thinking to myself because like I said, I was depressed, going through some thoughts and stuff like that, and and I was like, what stupid thing can I do? Because I didn't really care about things anymore. So I was like, what's something stupid I can do? And I'm just sitting here, just thinking, just laying in my bed. Then I'm like, I'm gonna go to Japan. Fuck it, I'm gonna go to Japan. That's what I did. Yes. But I was still scared because I never been on a plane before. I never traveled state to state on a. Well, I have now, but before I never traveled state to state because I was scared of planes because of Final Destination. Them fools scared me. They scared me. I was scared of planes. But anyway, so I got on Facebook and I made a post I don't remember what the post exactly said, but I was saying like, oh, do anybody want to go to Japan? I pay half, and I got a bunch of offers. Everybody wanted to go. A couple women, some homies and stuff like that. But some of my homies that wanted to go, they couldn't go because they was felons. You know what I'm saying? So and Japan don't take you can't travel to Japan if you're a felon. So that was a nice little stretch. Um, so they couldn't go, and I didn't really want to deal with women at that moment because I just got out of a big big relationship. Yeah, like I said, we was gonna get married, stuff like that. But yeah, she was my fiance. Yeah, so I had one of the homies go. We ain't like close, but we chopped it up here and there. You know what I'm saying? So he was cool. So I was like, all right. So I chose him to go with me, and then I was still scared to go on a plane, but I did all this so I can force myself to go somewhere. Cause like if I said I'm gonna do something, I do it. You know what I'm saying? And if I know I physically can't do it, I would never say I'll do it. I only say I would do something if I know in my ability that I can do it. But like I said, I lived in a bad area, which the rent was cheap, was a good financial gain for me. But so I was still scared, and he kept like hitting me up, like, "Oh, you bought the tickets? You bought the tickets?" And I'm like, "Bro, you ain't even get your passport yet, cause he ain't even have his passport." And then he was like, "He gonna expedite his passport," and I'm like, "All right, bet." But he kept the pressure on me because I was still scared to go. But I guess that was a lower sign, like, you better go, you better go. So I was like, all right. So I was just looking at the tickets, like I was going to different apps looking at the tickets, and I was like, dang, these tickets are expensive because it was like 1,700, and I didn't want to pay half of 1,700. You know what I'm saying? That was a lot of money. So, but I just kept looking at the tickets prices. I was like, dang, I shouldn't have said nothing because these tickets are expensive. But we want to go all the way until like uh, some time later. But anyway, he got his passport. I still didn't buy the tickets yet, and the prices was high, and it was a Saturday. And I'm like, and he hit me up. He was like, "You bought those tickets yet?" And I was like, "Nah, I'm gonna get them on Sunday." And he was like, "All right, bet." And I'm like, "Yeah." And then I'm just looking at the tickets on Saturday, and I'm like, "Dang, these things expensive." And I was like, "All right, I'm gonna just sleep on it, and then on Sunday, I'm gonna just buy the tickets on Sunday. Just forget it." I shouldn't have opened my mouth. So, like I said, if I say I'm gonna do it, I'll do it. So I'm like, if I'm gonna just have to pay half of whatever ticket I find. So I went to sleep, woke up around like 8 a.m. on Sunday, and I was like, let me check the ticket prices. I opened up the app on Google Flights, and I sent a ticket for $600. I got those tickets right away, like right off top, and I got two of them, and I was excited. Some of the seats wasn't together, and then there was seats together and stuff like that. So it was like all over the place. But if the plane gonna crash, at least I got a homie with me. He's crashing too. We crashing together. Hey, that's all. You know what I'm saying? So I was excited. I was like, dang, I'm finna go to Japan. I'm finna go to Japan. It's crazy. And man, my mouth dry. When you talk too much, you get the cotton mouth. But anyway, so what happened? Uh, we was just talking about it, boasting about it on Facebook, like getting it like amped up that we was going to another country. He had a homie that hit him up that was in Thailand, and he was talking about we should go to Thailand and stuff like that. I was like, I ain't worried about all that. I want to go to Japan because that's where I wanted to go since I was like young. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, nah, if I'm gonna crash, I'm gonna crash enjoying Japan. Yeah. So anyway, so we're gonna just fast forward until cause I got the tickets and all that. So I'm gonna fast forward until the day that we went. All right. So it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. No, I think it was like midnight or 2 o'clock. I don't remember what time it was, but I swerved. I went to pick him up, You know what I'm saying, in my car. Then I dropped my car off at the homie house, and he took us to the airport. But on our way to the airport, we was getting lost. I mean, cause like there was like road closures and stuff for some reason. I'm like, why this day? Why this day? But we made it. We made it anyway. Uh, then I was just nervous when we got in the airport. I'm like, dang, I never been on a plane before. I was just scared out of my mind because Final Destination scared me. So I was just scared out of my mind, and uh, and then and the homie he claimed to be like airport savvy, but he's not. Yeah, if you watching this, bruh, you lied. You said you was airport savvy, and then you said you was the best person to travel with. You know what I'm saying? You said it was gonna be lit, but we gonna talk about all that. But yeah. So yeah, we got to the airport. You know what I'm saying? I'm scared. Just like, dang, I'm getting on the plane. I'm getting on the plane. I think the first flight was to Colorado. I don't know how to say Colorado right, but Colorado. The first flight was to Colorado, and then from Colorado to California. From Colorado to California. That was right. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but you know, wherever you grew up from, you know what I'm saying. That's how you pretty much speak. And then I'm trying to work on it. You know what I'm saying. But anyway, uh, so we flew to Colorado, and from Colorado, I was scared, but out of my mind, and I tried to sleep. I couldn't sleep. I was just looking out the window the whole time, just like, dang, this is crazy. This is crazy. You know what I'm saying? That was what I was doing the whole time. And then we got on the plane. We was at the Colorado airport. Then we got on the plane to go to California. Uh, and the homie was talking to this lady, and I'm still looking out the window like, dang, this is crazy. Oh my gosh. And I think I had headphones on too at the time too. And I was just panicking in my head, but trying to look cool, you know what I'm saying? Like it ain't nothing, you know what I'm saying? But I was just like, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, so he was talking to this lady next to us, and the whole plane ride or whatever. And then they was all happy, you know what I'm saying? And we got off the plane. She asked us where was we going, where were we going or whatever. And he said Japan. She was like, what? Japan? Wow, you guys are troopers. Wow. And then she was reaching in her bag, and then she had a candy bar, and she gave it to him, and she was like, I have this candy bar if you guys want it. I don't need it, but if you guys want it, you can have it. So he was like, oh, thank you, ma'am. And he took the candy bar. And then after he took the candy bar, we went into the airport. So we was walking around. So I was like, no, we was walking around, and he was like, you want some of this candy bar, bruh? And I was like, yeah, give me some. Let me get some of that. So he gave me like half the candy bar, and I'm just eating it, and then he was like, you want the crumbs too? And I was like, yeah. And then he poured all the crumbs in my hand, and I just knocked all the crumbs back. And then I was like, what was you and that lady talking about? And he was like, we was just talking about California, this California band or whatever. And he was like, because of my sweatshirt. And then he was like, yeah, she saw my sweatshirt. And she was like, she liked that band. And then she said she was from California, and she was just visiting family. And then he was like, yeah, that's why she gave me that candy bar. And I was like, oh yeah, word. And I was like, well, what you mean that's why she gave you the candy bar? And he was like, that's edibles. And I was like, that's edibles, guys? And he was like, yeah. And he was like, did you hear what we was talking about on the plane? And I was like, no. And I was like, why didn't you tell me those edibles? And he was like, I thought you heard we was talking about, bruh. And he was like, but you did eat a lot of that chocolate though, bruh. And then you was just smashing. I was like, damn, he fucking it up. And I was like, bruh, I never had an edible before. And he was like, she said she had it for a while and it was kind of ashy. Yeah, it was ashy though. Yeah, we ate a random candy bar from a stranger. And yeah, it could have been anything. But yeah, uh, it was a little ashy. But he was like, yeah, she said she had it for a while. So he was like, I think you'll be good, bruh. And I was like, all right, cool. So we was walking through the airport, 1 hour. It was cool. Second hour, it was cool. Nothing happened. And then it was time for us to get on the plane to go to Japan. Ah, and that flight was just crazy. Like, it was the worst first flight of my whole entire life. I'm still scared of planes, even though I went to Vegas. I went to California on a plane. But you might as well count Colorado too, you know what I'm saying? Since, it was a connecting flight. You know what I'm saying? But anyway. But yeah, but it was the craziest, most messed up flight of my life. But if you want to hear that part, just let me know. Send me a like and comment. Let me know if you want to hear how crazy this first flight that I had in my whole entire life. You know what I'm saying? But I was ashamed to share the story. But, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm grown. Nobody helps me. I do everything on my own, so I ain't worried about what anybody got to say. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to hear a part two to this, and you want to hear how crazy my flight was and how I did get scammed to Japan, just let me know. Peace.